percent discount deducted when Situmili was paid for 20,000.
How you record this? First you calculate the discount. Discount එක කීයද? 5% on this කීයද?
10,000.
1,000. හරි. ඒතර කීයක් ගෙවනවද? How much you pay to Situmini?
19,000.
19,000 pay කරනවා. ඒතකොට double entry කොහොමද යන්නේ?
So creditor, I mean Situmini.
Yeah, the cash book credit 19,000, discount received credit 1,000, debit Situmini. Okay, creditor. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here 19,000 cash pay karne hinda credit side ekata yanawa. Discount discount received at 1,000, and you go to that particular creditor, cash 19,000, discount received 1,000. So now you need to balance it. So balance karadhi kohomada karanne? You take the higher value 72,000, and remember discounts එක balance karanna. Discounts එක total කරනවා විතරයි. මෙතන 3,000 තියෙනවා, මෙතන 2,400 තියෙනවා. ඒක balance කරන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? Discounts balance කරගෙන total කරන එක විතරයි කරන්නේ. And then the cash book එකේ debit side එක 72,000 එනවා. So 72,000 වලින් මේ දෙකේ total එක අඩු කරාම එනවා balance CD කියලා 40,400. හරිද? You take the last day. And you take the first day of the next month. Balance brought forward. Okay. It is clear the කට්ටියට. And you
Yes,
individually pass the double entry. It was a discount allowed account එකට දාන්නේ total එක මතකයි. Discount allowed account එකට දාන්නේ අරගේ total එක debtors කියලා 3,000. Discount received එකට දාන්නේ 2,400 creditors කියලා. හරිද? Okay. Last one by one. Vihanga, have you record the 5th March transaction? Vihanga, are you there? Sayuni, tell me how you record 5th March transaction.
Cash book 7,600. Discount allowed debit 7,400.
400. Okay.
Debtors credit 8,000.
Very good. And 8th March. March.
Cash book debit 9,500.
Very good.
Discount allowed debit 500.
Very good.
Debtors credit 10,000.
Very good. Super. And we'll ask Rehara Binoli, 10th March.
Cash book credit 4,700.
Good.
Discount received credit 300.
Good.
Creditors debit 5,000.
Very good. 15th March.
Cash book credit 10,800.
Very good.
Discount received credit 1,200.
Very good.
Creditors debit 12,000.
Super. So just glance through the how they pass the entries and get some idea and how to balance and everything. Harika? Right. Please do this question as a home. Okay, you can go through this question. It's given the answers as well. So just go through them. Okay. Now this question we need to do. Okay. We'll discuss and do this question. Ranudi, can you read first two transaction and along with the double entry? Activity 3.
Anuradha's business has the following balances as at 1st of July. Cash 70,000 rupees. Debtors Hasala 22,000 rupees. Ravisha 28,000 rupees. Capital 75,000 rupees. Creditors Sahasra 25,000 rupees. And creditor Kaumadi 20,000 rupees. Following transactions took place during the month of July. 3rd of July, bought goods for cash rupees 28,000.
What's the double entry?
Cash account credit, and the goods purchases account
Debit.
rupees 28,000.
Second one. July.
And then 8 July, cash received from Hasala rupees 7,000. Cash account debit rupees 7,000. And debtors account credit rupees 7,000.
12th July.
Cash sales rupees 12,000. Cash account debit rupees 12,000 and sales account credit rupees 12,000.
Very good. Yeah, good. Minanga, can you tell me the next transaction? 16th July.
16th July, 10% discount was allowed when the amount owed to Kaumadi of rupees 8,000 was settled. Cash book credit 7,200. Kaumadi debit 8,000. Discounts allowed. Discount received. Discount received. Credit 800.
Can you repeat it again?
Cash book credit 7,200.
Okay.
Kaumadi debit 8,000.
Okay.
Discount received
Credit.
800.
And how about 18th July?
5% discount was allowed to Ravisha when he settled his due of rupees 10,000. Cash book debit 9,500 and Ravisha credit 10,000. Discount allowed debit 500.
And we last from Sandhi. Can you tell me the answer on 20th July and 25th July? July. Sandhi, are you there? or Kenoli, are you there? Ayami De Silva, 20th July transaction. Asali, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me the answer for the 20th July double entry for the transaction?
Shop rent paid rupees 4,000. Shop rent debit rupees 4,000 and cash to credit 4,000.
Good. 25th.
Rupees 500 discount was deducted when Kaumadi was settled of rupees 8,000. Cash book credit rupees 7,500.
Very good.
Kaumadi debit rupees 8,000 and discount received credit rupees 500.
Next one, 27, 6th.
Ravisha had sent a check of rupees 7,200 after deducting rupees 800 as discount. Cash book debit rupees 7,200.
Good.
Ravisha credit rupees 8,000
Okay.
and discount allowed debit rupees 800.
Okay, good. Last one.
A 5% discount received when rupees 2,000 was settled with Kaumadi. Cash book credit 1,900.
Okay.
Kaumadi debit rupees 2,000
Okay.
and discount received credit rupees 100.
Clear? Right. So now we come to petty cash book. So petty cash book is also a prime entry book and as well as a ledger account. The source document for petty cash payments is petty cash payment voucher and petty cash transaction. So any kind of a payment you made from the petty cash flow, how you pass the entry, debit corresponding or appropriate expense account debit and credit petty cash book. Okay, when you receive money, what you call reimbursement of money from the main cashier to petty cashier, you debit petty cash book and credit main cash book or cash book. Okay. I'll ask the questions. Ayami De Silva, what do you mean by petty cash float or petty cash impressed? What does that mean? What do you mean by petty cash float or petty cash impressed?
A specific amount of cash is given to the petty cashier by the main cashier to make petty cash payments.
Very good. So it's a kind of a allocation of money to be incurred for all petty cash expenses. So that amount of allocated money that we call petty cash interest or petty cash flow. So at any given point of time, this equal to petty cash payment vouchers plus cash in hand amount. Right. With that understanding, shall we refer this example? So here, according to this example, petty cash interest of the business is 2,000. 2,000 tamai allocate vela tiyenne me business ekata petty cash payments. They have incurred stationery 250, cleaning 600, entertainment 400, traveling 350. So altogether, they incurred and paid 1,600. So from 2,000 amount of money, they incurred and paid 1,600. So the difference is 400, that is cash in hand. Is it clear? So this is the amount they have, cash in hand. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now, can you try activity 4, everyone? I'll ask question in 2 minutes time. Everyone, please try activity 4. Anagi, I need an answer for question number 1. You there? Anumi? Sandinsa? Minagi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Question number 1.
Mhm. 2000.
Yeah. Take the addition. So addition of 330 and 1670. It amounts to 2000. And how much is reimbursed? So remember, the reimbursement amount equal amount they have spent. So they have spent 1670. They have spent 1670. And third question will ask from Hasali.
Rupees 2,170.
Yes. So 1670 is the amount they have spent, and the float has increased by another 500. So the incremental effect is 500. So 2170 is the answer. The new float is now become 2,500. Question number 4. Mehansa. Last question. Now we do that.
Sir, do you reduce 729 from 2,500?
Yes, correct. 2,500 minus 729. That basically the cash balance. So remember, it's not 2,000, it is 2,500 because your float has increased from 2,000 to 2,500. Right, good. And so please brush up your knowledge on how you pass the increase to petty cash book. So you have analysis column and you have receipt, ledger folio, date, description, voucher number, petty cash payments. In the analysis columns, you have expense items, stationery, postage, travel and sundry, and other. And please keep an eye on this one. This is important. One can be tested for MCQs. Cash paid to creditors, cash paid to acquire assets in small value, incurrence of carriage inwards will be recorded in this column. Remember, can be tested for your MCQs as well as the second part question. Okay, so when you receive money from the main cashier, debit petty cash book and credit cash book. And when you incur or when you pay your expenses, relevant expense account, debit petty cash account, cash book, credit. Okay. So you just go through this question and see how they pass the entries. and especially for amount paid to creditors, carriage inwards. Okay. So when you take the totals, this is the total amount of expenses you paid, and your float is 2000. So you pass the entry for 2000 here and 2000 here. Balance එක තමයි cash in hand, that is 90, and you put it balance CD. So you take the opening balance in the next month, and the next month you are going to receive 1910, which is the amount equivalent to amount you spent. You clear? Okay, so initially they allocate 2000. Initially you main cashier gives you the interest, which is 2000, and the 1st of April you reimburse the actual amount spent during the month of March, which is 1910. And then you pass the entries for these totals. My totals will the entries to the basket, corresponding expenses. Make it individually entries basket. That is for Vimukti and carriage inwards. You clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we come to a bank account and bank reconciliation statement part, which is kind of a challenging topic as far as the O-level exams are concerned. Right? So bank account, like in the case of cash accounts, all cash you receipts you record in the debit side of the cash. All cash payments you record the credit side of the cash. Method in the bank account. Bank account take a debit when all money you deposit. All deposits. So these deposits can be either in the form of cash deposit or check deposits. Cash deposits, check deposits you record in the debit side. Credit when checks you issue, remember. Checks issued, credit to our bank account. Check issue. Yeah. It's almost similar to the cash book. Cash book, the all cash you receipts, you record in the debit side, all cash payments, you record the credits. But here it's a bank account, so all deposits in terms of cash deposits and the check deposits, you record the debit side, whereas all check payments will be recorded the credits. Okay. So when you deposit cash in a bank account take a debit to our cash book credit. And when you deposit checks, it's also same bank account debit, cash book. Okay. And when you receive check and then and there you deposit. Check deposit. So then what you do is debit bank and credit the corresponding other elements. Let's say the check is for the sales, so sales or the credit. Check is from a debtor na debtor to credit. Right. So all check deposits or cash deposits, the supporting document or source document is deposit slip. Maybe cash deposit slip or check deposit slip. Now we come to the issuing of checks. So issuing of check, the supporting document is counterfile. So counterfile means this part. The main part check counterfile. Checkbook in a part. This part. Okay. So what's the double entry for check issues? Corresponding expense or payments account debit, bank account credit. Why bank account credit? Because this will result in a reduction in bank account. Bank account is an asset. Reduction in bank account is credit. So bank credit. Now we come to dishonoring of checks. So there are a couple of reasons the checks can be bounced. Probably it may be written in a disorderly manner, or you don't have much funds, the bank account, or maybe changes in signature. Okay. So because of those things, check can be bounced or dishonored. Yeah. So you will get a check return notification, and supporting document is check return notification. Okay. Right. Dishonoring of deposits checks. Dishonoring of deposits checks, you need to check where it comes from. It is from the debtor or it's from the sales. Then what do? You pass the original entry. Original entry ke reverse karna. Yeah. So debtors debit, bank account credit, or sales debit, bank account credit. Yeah. So check received from a debtor 8,000 deposit in the bank has been dishonored. So debtors account debit, bank account credit. Now we come to dishonoring of issued check. Dishonoring of issued check. The check kya issue kara makad double entry ekta? Relevant payment account debit, bank account credit. Now you get dishonored. The original entry ka reverse kara. Bank account ek debit, relevant expense or relevant other party or maybe creditor, whatever account will get. Yeah. You go one by one. Inanga, can you read the 2nd June transaction?
Opened bank current account by depositing rupees 22,000.
What's the double entry?
Bank account debit 22,000. Cash credit 22,000.
3rd June.
Received a check bearing number 455 from a debtor for rupees 9,000.
What's double entry?
Cash debit 9,000. Debtor credit 9,000.
Very good. Cash debit. It's a safe eකට. Box eකට yanne ekinda cash book එක debit කරනවා, debtor credit කරනවා. 4th June. 4th June.
Deposited the check number 455 of rupees 9,000 that was received from a debtor. Cash credit 9,000. Bank account debit 9,000.
Very good. So A check එක තමයි deposit කරන්නේ. So debit bank and credit cash. 8th June.
The check number 562 of rupees 12,000 that is received for sales has been deposited at the time of receipt. Bank debit 12,000, sales credit 12,000.
Yeah. So everyone, please have a look. There are same kind of a transaction, but this one first you received and the next day you deposit. And this transaction, you didn't keep this check. Then and there you deposit. So then debit bank and credit sales. Right. We'll ask next one from Hazali. Can you read 12th June transaction?
Deposited cash of rupees 15,000 in the bank current account. Bank account debit 15,000 and cash account credit 15,000.
15 June transaction.
A creditor was paid by check number 301 amounting to rupees 7,600 and a discount of rupees 400 was received.
Okay, that's a double entry.
Bank account credit rupees 7,600. Creditors debit rupees 7,600.
Okay, and then 400.
Discount received credit rupees 400.
Discount received credit 400, and again credit or debit 400. Okay. At 18 June, Hazali.
Issued a check bearing the number 302 for the payment of electricity bill of rupees 5,000. Bank account debit rupees.
Issued a check.
Bank account credit rupees
5,000.
500.
5,000.
5,000. And electricity charges account debit rupees 5,000.
Good. And 20th.
The check issued for the payment of the electricity bill has been dishonored by the bank. Bank account debit rupees 5,000. And electricity charges account credit rupees 5,000.
Very good. Okay, next I'll ask Mehansa. Can you read 24th June transaction?
A check bearing the number 415 was received from a debtor for rupees 13,000. Bank account debit 13,000 and debtor's account credit 13,000.
Just a minute. The May check available deposit when we just received, and they mentioned deposit in 26. So got a debit pen, cash column, cash account debit pen or debtor credit pen. And the next day, 26, you deposit that check. The got a bank account debit cash account credit. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. We'll ask Ranuti, can you tell me the transaction pertaining to 28th?
The check number 415 has been dishonored by the bank. Then bank account credit rupees credit and then
bank account credit and
then the cash book debit.
Bank account credit. Then me 415 check mono check 415 කියලා කියන්නේ debtor ගෙන් හම්බෙච්ච check එක. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
එතකොට so you what is the double entry for when you receive money from debtors? Bank account එක debit overall එක මම කියන්නේ bank account එක debit වෙලා debtor account එක credit. හරිද? දැන් ඒක dishonor වෙනවා. ඒක dishonor වුණාම මේක reverse කරන්න එන්නේ. When you receive a check from a debtor and deposit then and there, what is the double entry? Bank account debit, debtors account credit. And a check bounce back, bounce වෙනවා. ඒතර dishonor වෙනවා. ඒතර මොකද double entry? අර original entry එක reverse කරන්න.
Bank account debit, cash book credit.
No, wait. I'll explain. Then first you received මේ දෙක combine කරගන්න එපා. මේ දෙකේ summation එක වෙන්නේ, මේ දෙකේ net effect එක වෙන්නේ debit bank, මේක debit bank, credit debtor. ඒකනේ net overall impact එක. මේක reverse කරන්න. මේක reverse කරන්නේ කොහොමද? debit one. debit වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? debtor debit. debtor debit, credit one. Credit bank. මේක තේරුණා?
Yes, sir.
Others? So if you get a dishonored any checks you received, deposit, so what you do is debit corresponding item, that is debtor, and credit bank. Right, can you read the 29th transaction?
The check bearing the number 632 was received from a debtor for rupees 5,700. The discount of rupees 300 has been allowed. This check has been deposited at the time of receipt.
කොහොමද ඒක කරන්නේ?
Sir, bank account debit rupees 5,700.
Very good. Discount allowed debit 300.
Discount 300 rupees.
And then bank account එක debit වෙනවා 5,700, discount allowed debit වෙනවා 300, and then credit වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? Credit වෙන්නේ
Debtors account.
debtors account 6,000. Clear? And others, you received a check and you deposit then and there. So bank account debit 5,700, discount allowed debit 300, credit debtor 6,000. Clear the etiquette? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just try activity 1 and 2. We have already done those things. Okay. Okay. This was tested in yesterday. Yesterday we had exams for grade 11. What do you mean by bank overdraft? Ayumi, what do you mean by bank overdraft? Sorry, Anumi. Anumi, are you there? Oh. Anagi, are you there? Recently? Sasitma, what do you mean by bank overdraft?
The credit balance in the bank account is a bank overdraft.
Yeah, credit balance in a bank account is called bank overdraft. It's a kind of a short-term facility given by the bank for the business organization. They can issue check more than the balance they have in the bank account. That's a kind of a short-term facility. Yeah. Bank allows their customers to issue checks more than their existing balance in the current account. So this facility is known as bank overdraft and it's considered as a liability. Okay. So here in this case, you have opening balance brought forward debit balance, which is a favorable balance, and you're getting some cash here, and your payments are there, check issues are there. So the total is more than the total of here. So you result in a deficit here 14,000, and you have a balance brought forward 14,000. This is considered as a bank overdraft. What do you mean by bank reconciliation statement, Minanga? What do you mean by bank reconciliation statement? No, any volunteer? Asali, what do you mean by bank reconciliation statement? Me අපි කරන්නේ. Sasitma, what do you mean by bank reconciliation statement? Sandin sir, whoever. Okay, my friend. Right. So this is the bank account. Let me see the screen. Hold on a second. You have opening balance. Second. And you have deposits. 5,000. And you have check issues. Let's say 3,000. So what's the closing balance? Please copy this down. And closing balance is 15,000. 15,000 total. Closing balance is, let's assume this is 1st Jan. This is 31st Jan. Clear? Copy this down. Arjun? And you have a bank statement that's sent from your bank. The deposit to make the credit column. So the balance is 15,000. You should check debit. Just copy this down. Let it copy karakan. Now, Mehansa, tell me what is the closing balance as per bank account?
So rupees 120,000. Sorry, 12,000.
12,000. Very good. And now tell me closing balance as per bank statement. Here. Closing balance as per bank statement here.
Uh, 13,500 rupees.
So now you see there is a kind of a discrepancy in here. Bank account in 12,000 closing balance, whereas the bank statement it has 13,500. Okay. So you figure out the deviation. Ideally, it should tell you. So you prepare bank reconciliation statement to identify reason for such difference. That's called bank reconciliation statement. Is it clear? So when there is difference occur in bank account closing balance and closing balance of bank statement, you prepare a statement identifying reasons for such differences. Like a bank reconciliation statement. Right. The reasons can be broadly divided into, write it down. These reasons can be, number one, checks issued but not presented for payments. Checks issued but not presented for payments. Okay, what does that mean? I have a creditor. I issued a check for 10,000 to him. So when I issue check, my bank account will get credit. My bank account will credit. Creditor debit. A creditor, he hasn't deposited that check into his personal account. Since he keep this check with him without depositing, it won't come to your bank statement. Present it's not present for payment. So එතකොට වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපේ bank account එකේ එක deduction එකක් විදිහට record වෙනවා. Bank statement එකේ එක නැහැ. මොකද වෙන්නේ? Bank statement balance is more than the bank account balance. Just write it down. Due to this, bank statement balance higher than bank account balance. මේක record වෙලා නැහැ bank statement. Unrealized deposits. What do you mean by unrealized deposit? Unrealized deposits කියලා කියන්නේ you receive a check from debtor rupees 5,000 and you then and there you deposit. Bank account එක debit වුණා, debtor credit වුණා. But normally the check clearing process might takes 1 or 2 days. Assume you deposit on the last day of the month. like deposit කරන්නේ ඔයාගේ account එකට අන්තිම දවස්. අන්තිම දවසේ deposit කරොත් ඒක ඔයාගේ bank statement එකේ record වෙන්නේ නැහැ because of the time lag. Yeah? So it is recorded in your cash book, the bank account, but it is not appear in your bank statement. So due to this bank account balance due to this bank account balance should be higher than bank statement balance. Number 3, standing order payments. Standing order payments. What do you mean by standing order payment? Standing order payment means you instruct the bank, please pay my insurance premium, please pay my loan installment. So then what they do is they deduct directly from your account without your knowledge. Okay, so you will realize them once you receive the bank statement. Yeah, so a payment due to this bank statement, this bank statement balance, bank account balance shows higher than the bank statement balance. Like a record කරගෙන නැහැ a payment, but bank has already been recorded. Bank statement එකේ කඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඔයාගේ bank account balance එක වැඩියෙන් පෙන්වනවා. Next, bank charges or checkbook charges. So they have deducted from your account. So your bank account balance shows more than the bank statement balance. Last one, direct remittances. Direct remittances කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ deposit money in your share market. So those companies declare dividends. So probably you might have your rental income. So your tenants might deposit those monies to your bank account without your knowledge. The bank statement එකේ income එකක් විදියට තියෙනවා, cash deposit එකක් විදියට හරි record වෙලා තියෙනවා. So but you haven't recorded them because you don't know till you receive your bank statement. So due to this, bank statement balance shows more than the bank account balance. Okay. Write down steps in preparing bank reconciliation statement. Steps in preparing bank reconciliation statement. Number 1. Compare each side of the bank account with write this down. Compare debit side of the bank account with credit column of bank statement and identify common items. Shall we do this? Please turn to okay. So everyone can see the both screen now. Now you figure out the closing balance of the bank account is 31 and closing balance of the bank statement is 23. The big difference, it's not tallying. So you need to do a bank reconciliation part. So what do you do first? You do the reconciliation. Okay, first step එක තමයි මෙන්න මේ items ටික compare කරනවා මෙන්න මේ column එකත් එක්ක. හරිද? Shall we do one by one? Cash deposits තියෙනවා 8. Just put a tick. 8 tick. 12 tick. 12 tick. 5 tick. 7 here. 7. Tick වෙන්නේ නැති ඒවා ටික circle කරමු. මේක tick වෙන්නේ නැහැ 14,000. මේක tick වෙන්නේ නැහැ 11,000. ඒ ටික clear. 14,000 in bank account is not there, and 11,000 in bank statement is also not there. Step number 2. Make the opposite. Step number 2. Compare credit side. Compare credit side of bank statement with debit column of the bank statement. Debit column of the bank statement and identify the common items. Can you try? Right. We compare කරලා බලමු. 10 තියෙනවා. 4 තියෙනවා. That's all. So 16 is not there. Just circle it. Just circle 18. 30 clear. Anyone who has a doubt, please ask. Step number 1 and 2 is clear or not clear? Never know about it, and even for all levels. Okay. Step 3. Then prepare adjusted bank account considering all unmarked items in bank statement. The adjusted bank account considering all unmarked items in bank statement. Shall we prepare adjusted bank account? Yeah, no, adjusted bank account earlier. So opening balance කියලා කියන්නේ 31,000 दा 31,000. හරිද? මොනවාද unmarked items තියෙන්නේ? Direct remittances. ඒක debit වෙනවා. 11,000 debit. කියන direct remittances. Credit වෙන්නේ standing order payments. Standing order payments. 18,000. And the other one is bank charges. 8,000. මේක balance කරන්න. On balance. Okay. Right, step number 4. Prepare bank reconciliation. Considering all unmarked items in okay. Can you prepare bank reconciliation statement? Yeah, bank reconciliation statement. Balance as per adjusted bank account. Plus 1 percentages. Yes, realized. Okay, that's structure, no? Deposits. Balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement. Right. Balance as per adjusted bank book here 21,000. මේ check එක deposit කරලා තියෙනවා නමුත් it didn't come to bank statement. That's called unrealized deposit. So you put minus 14,000. මේ check එක issue කරලා තියෙනවා bank statement එකේ නෑ. So you need to add. So 21 plus 16 minus 14 answer is 23,000. Okay, clear. That's what you get here. 23,000. මේ figure එක ආවේ නැත්නම් මෙතනට you made mistake somewhere. Yeah. Right. I will give you activity 3. Please try activity 3. Activity 3, Karan. I'll give you 5 minutes time. Okay. So please try activity 3. Everyone, please try. First, you prepare adjusted bank account. AK closing balance at the base karagana bank reconciliation statement. Please try. Activity 3. Give you 5 minutes time.